Alright, so let's try this again before the camera decides it wants to die for some reason.
That's a good point.
You spike with 2 audio tracks.
You want to give him the intro?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hello everyone, welcome to Gaming with a Dad. I'm the dad, Steve. This is Zach, the gamer. And we just got through watching
UFC 243.
and I'm bummed out.
I think we've watched almost every UFC fight in the last like 6 months together.
Yes.
So we figured it would be probably a good talking point and actually a fun video for us to do.
Yeah.
So if you want to get into it, what was the biggest surprise of the night?
Alright, so I got a few. Before we get into the main card,
Yeah, he has notes. He's a prepared gentleman. I don't have ESPN, so
I have notable mentions.
he has
for
notable
sure.
mentions. Go ahead.
On the prelims, we definitely have to talk about Verdell versus Mr. Malarkey. If you have ESPN Plus, they have the replay function. Go back and watch this fight.
The Malarkey fight.
It was 100% just a striking clinic. Like, so it was closely contested throughout the rounds, but to watch Verdell slowly pull away with the amount of significant punches landed and damage was amazing. Now, this is a guy, just like the rest of the guys out of Israel's camp. It's a smaller camp. They've been around forever. They're prominent in the kickboxing world, and they've been doing MMA. But the leaps and bounds they've made with their grappling and their takedown defense is amazing, because that was the strategy for all 3 fighters coming in tonight. Every guy that was going to fight someone from that camp said, all right, we're going to get in dirty,
Take him down.
control them,
Okay.
and position. And all 3 fights went the exact same way. Even freaking Dan Hooker.
Yeah. I called that one. We could roll the clip on that.
I will take. I'm gonna take Dan Hooker over Ali Quinta in a TKO.
Also, Megan Anderson did win her fight against.
But it's not on here. I have
a notable mention because she was on a 3-fight losing skid, and this is a woman who came in.
Was she on a 3-fight losing skid? She lost to Felicia Spencer.
She lost to Holly Holmes. Oh no, actually no, 2-fight losing skid, because she did technically beat. I think she was Kat Zingano's last fight in the UFC before she was cut.
Okay, that makes sense. I'll go with that. I'm not gonna.
First fight that was ever stopped by eye poke with a toe.
With a toe. Yes, I remember that.
Yes. So notable mention for her. Next fight, notable mention. Marvel, what are you doing? What are you doing? Okay.
There's a dog. Hi, pup.
Potter and Patello. Patalo. Just an amazing fight. Again, if you have a chance to go back and watch the recap on that. I can't remember it at this point because I'm still pretty bummed out over what I just saw, but also, if they're going to pick anyone for fight of the night, it'd be interesting to see in retrospect who they pick. I would say they're definitely going to pick Verdell and Mr. Malarkey, and that's his real name.
Mr. Malarkey, yeah. It's
Mr. Malarkey.
It was Jim Bob Malarkey. I saw that in here. I have the card pulled up on a computer here. So, Jamie Malarkey, same thing. Jim Bob Malarkey, Jamie Malarkey. So, biggest surprise of the main card for me is actually how bad Ali Quinta got picked apart.
Yeah.
I did call Dan Hooker. Again, you guys saw the clip just a minute ago. I did call Dan Hooker winning it, but I didn't actually think that he was going to
dominate him.
He dominated him, and he picked him apart. Al is known for his rough and dirty boxing and
somewhat slick wrestling. He can get in there.
Yeah, and just hard to hit, hard to take down, hard to put down, and Dan Hooker did all of that in like the first round and a half.
Yes,
and it was clear that that's the way that the fight was going to go. So they called that, even one judge called it for a 10-8.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one judge who called it for a 10-8, which might not have been inappropriate.
It was actually the second blowout of the night.
Yeah.
I think the thing I saw most out of the Ali Quinta fight, like, first, you gotta respect, shout out to Ali and the whole Ray Longo team over there in Long Island. You gotta respect Al's never give up attitude.
Yeah, for sure.
Because a lesser man like myself,
and me, let's be truthful,
I would have definitely tapped due to strikes. the amount of times he got hit.
He got
and
hit a
also his
lot.
leg got kicked from underneath him. And he just didn't really have
couldn't
an
move.
answer. No, he couldn't
That
move.
left leg, he pretty much was immobilized about a round and a half or so on that left leg. He
Yeah.
had to switch to southpaw.
Yeah, I've never seen him shooting for a desperate single leg like he did multiple times tonight.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times for sure.
And then to actually, there was one point in the fight where Al had finally cinched up Hooker's leg. Not the Hooker, but Hooker's leg. And
Probably the hooker. After that. He probably went to the hospital, got his leg checked out, and then
he was desperate to hold on to it. And he'd gotten kicked in the groin, grabbing that leg.
Yep.
He's like, no, don't break the action.
this is mine. I have this moment.
Like,
I have
this
to
is
win this
close as
13
I'm gonna get.
seconds.
So yeah, watching Al get systematically picked apart was not what I was expecting.
It was not what I was expecting either, even though I did pick Dan Hooker to win.
Who did you just pull up there? Luke? Juma?
No, all right. So let's. Your boy Justin Taffa,
Who doesn't have a picture?
who doesn't have a picture, got knocked out pretty handily.
Yeah.
He came in for a looping right and then got caught with a left and just went down.
Never heard of this guy before this.
Nope. I haven't heard of either of them, to be honest with you.
Mr. Jorgen D. Castro, who was actually not doing well early on in the fight. He was getting outpaced a little bit there. It's
A little bit.
It's a little hard with heavyweight fights because if I'm being completely honest, whether it's boxing, heavyweight kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, there's a skill gap
Yeah.
that's
You lose,
noticeable.
yeah, you lose that at heavyweight because they hit
Yes.
so hard.
Exactly. You're bummed out, huh?
Yeah.
So Ally went down, but he went out on his shield. He didn't get knocked out.
he got decision though.
Yeah, decision.
Right, this was actually, not too many decisions on this card. 5 fights, 2 decisions. I'll take that on any card ever.
No, that's just on the main card. It's funny because even with what is it, Luke Jumu and Diego Lima, brother to
Douglas Lima.
Douglas Lima, Bellator welterweight champion. Did you see the score on that? That was a split decision.
It wasn't. I did notice it was a split decision, even though Diego Lima dominated pretty much the entire fight.
Exactly. And not in controlling dominance, but he definitely controlled the pace, position,
Striking,
striking,
grappling.
takedown. Yes.
Yep, he controlled pretty much everything, and the fight went pretty much probably the way that he almost exactly planned for.
Yeah.
He beat him on the feet and he beat him on the ground, and it was still a split decision. I didn't even see any hope for your boy Luke here.
Yeah. Poor
And,
Luke.
yeah, I didn't see
But
any.
good on Diego because, like I said when I was first talking about this guy, he looked great on the Ultimate Fighter. Mm-hmm. Looked great. I believe his first 2 fights out of the Ultimate Fighter when he first joined the UFC, and then it was just kind of dip because the competition level rose.
Yeah.
And he, but it's
Right.
nice to see him return to form and really just be able to assert himself in this fight. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does in the welterweight. I am going to say this about him, and I say this in all humility. I would say he needs to get to a camp where he can get challenged a little bit more
Yeah.
by pace fighters because
The top of the welterweight division is all
yes,
fast paced.
and he struggles with fighters who stay in
Yeah,
his
he
face.
seems
so.
a little slow. I do say that.
And then I guess
Your boy Ty Bam Bam Tuivasa.
did he win that fight?
No, he got choked out.
Oh yeah, head and arm choke,
He got a
right?
head and arm choke late in the second round.
I think I just blacked out during that fight because
Yeah, there was no reason to even watch it.
I was pretty nervous for the fights coming up.
Yeah.
So everyone, not that everyone, it's interesting to see the marketing machine over at the UFC, right? So Mr. How do you pronounce his last name? Ty?
Tuivasa?
That guy. So when he first came on the scene in the UFC, they really, really, really wanted to transition him into like a potential hopeful champion.
Yeah.
So it was him, Francis, and Francis definitely got the lion's share of the marketing on that one.
Well,
but I was never
better fighter.
100%, 100% the better fighter. But this guy was already being touted as like the next big thing to come out of this area.
Because he's the youngest person in the heavyweight division, probably by 5 years.